conferences, piles of flyers, getting stuck on endless email lists, never-ending calls. There's an easier way to sort through and find the best school fundraisers. School Zone Podcast proudly presents the 10 top school fundraising ideas for 2017. A guide of top fundraising companies hand-picked from the best podcasts. As an added bonus, it lists 5 awesome resource companies that would add tremendous value to your school and students. A guide to 10 top fundraising companies and 5 resource companies. And we're giving the guide away for free. That's right, for free. Ready to simplify the search? Download the free guide at schoolzonepodcast.com. Welcome to School Zone School Fundraising Ideas Podcast. We interview top fundraising and resource companies to help you find a solution to your next school fundraising or school resource need. Are you ready to simplify the search? Now, here's your host, Matt Miller.
Hey, School Zone Podcast listeners, Matt coming at you from San Jose, California. I have Mr. Randy Lee with me here of ES Fundraising. Randy, how's it going, man?
Good. We're excited to be here. It's our first time in Northern California. We're a Northwest company that's expanding, so we're excited to be a part of it.
Awesome. Where are you guys out of?
Portland, Oregon is the hub.
Cool. I made my first trip to Portland last October. We took some friends, and we all went out for a long weekend and absolutely had a blast. Now, it was in the middle of kind of a typhoon from Asia came over and kind of planted itself in the northwest part of the country for a couple of weeks, and we were kind of in the middle of that, but absolutely had a blast. Went and had donuts at Voodoo Donuts, and what's the old hotel there we stayed at? It used to be an old elementary school.
I'm not sure. Maybe a McMenamin's?
Yeah, it was one of the McManaman properties.
Right, yeah.
My wife and I stayed there one night before everybody else showed up, and just absolutely had a blast in that town, man. Yeah. So very, very cool. So tell us a little bit about ES Fundraising.
Yeah, absolutely. My background actually was in the high school sports model with the discount cards. Not sure if you've ever seen those, where you got the local discount cards. Sports teams will sell them. People can use the card year-round and get deals in the local areas. So we actually, about 6 years ago, really kind of moved into the middle school elementary model and found that the food items there were the big hit there, the cookie dough, the popcorn, things like that. Food items are still what raises schools a lot of money. So what we did is we didn't want to reinvent the wheel. What we said is, hey, let's improve on what everybody else is doing. So we took our program and obviously got the best quality stuff that we could get. Up there in Portland it's really nice because we found some popcorn suppliers that really take pride in their popcorn, and it's gourmet, handcrafted, gluten-free type products, just stuff like that, really high quality. But what we did is we took that food item and we merged it with those discount cards. So what we did is with every purchase that somebody makes in one of our brochure programs, so the kid will go out, a middle school kid or an elementary kid will go home with his fundraising stuff. So when they buy a box of cookie dough from our company or a bag of popcorn in our fundraiser, the consumer gets a free discount card with every purchase. Our company, we have a vending department out of Portland, Oregon that vends the local areas. It's not like a generic, San Jose card or Portland or Seattle, wherever we are. We actually work in that area and we vend a custom card for that school. Now that school, in the past, those cards were, little schedules, pocket schedules for sports teams, right, with the deals on the back. So what we're finding is PTAs, middle schools, elementary schools love this because it's their little advertising piece. They don't have a schedule on there, but they have their website, any information they want to get out to the community. But it's been a real big hit. It's great because we're not just selling expensive fundraising products, right? Everyone understands in a fundraiser what you're getting, right? You're not going to do a fundraiser to get a bargain usually. We're trying to turn that concept around a little bit. We're giving away great product, giving the schools a big kickback, which we do 50% back to the schools, which in this industry, a lot of it is 40%, 45%, even less. I've heard of 35% in a lot of these food type fundraisers. We give back 50% to the school. But it's about that value. The schools are making more money or raising more money. Yet now the customer isn't just buying expensive cookie dough or popcorn. They're now getting that little tool, that discount card. Go use that thing over the year a few times, and they get their money back. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. The schools are raising more money. The consumers are happy because they're getting some value there, and we're creating new customers to local business. We're actually getting those new local companies around there, and we like to get entertainment, food, just different varieties on those cards. But what it's doing is it's bringing local, new people into businesses that they may not have went before. So it's a nice little, circle of, helping out the community, the school, and everybody.
So how did you guys marry the two together? I mean, you were in the discount card world previously. Where did that idea come from? Because I've been doing this for a while, been at events like this for years now, going on almost a decade. Never heard anything like that at all.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to tell you. I mean, I'm the owner of the company, and I'd love to tell you that I thought of it, but it was actually one of my PTA organizers, right? Because, I opened my book and I was showing her, we have discount cards, we do cookie dough, and they were like, well, that'd be great if someone, got a free discount card with every one that they bought, And so really it kind of happened like that, and I kind of took it with a grain of salt, but, as you're out there, you're trying to, differentiate yourself with other people. You're trying to, give back to the school. I mean, we all are in this to make money, of course, but at the same time, we want the kids to have fun. We want the schools, it to be easy on the schools, all that stuff. So it was just tinkering with things and trying to figure out how we could improve it. I mean, like I told you at the beginning, it wasn't really about what new product can we invent. It was more, hey, what works? What's raising schools' money, and how can we tweak that and make that better? And that's pretty much what we did. And really what I found too when I got into this business was service was a lot of companies were lacking. They send the cookie dough to the school after the fundraiser and say, hey, your truck's going to be there between 11 and 2, and some schools have responsibility. Their administration has to get the cookie dough and divide it up into orders. Some companies send it in kids' orders, already done up. But that's what we do. We student pack it. We bring it on our vehicles there. We are there for the delivery. It's really full service. We try to. I mean, these things can be a pain. I'll be honest with you. You get a big school. We have one that sells 4,000 units of popcorn and cookie dough. I bring 4 guys from my company, 4 young guys that help me bring this stuff in, and it's a project. Not too many companies can pull off a really good organized fundraiser that way. So it's been going great for us for about the last 3-4 years up in the Northwest, and we've been really just waiting for the right time to move down into California, and we're spattered around a little bit. We have we're in Phoenix and Texas and Wyoming a little bit, so. And most of those are just from people that we had customers that moved to different school districts and wanted us to come and stuff. But now our company's getting to the point where we're ready to kind of take that next step forward and get out into, other states and stuff like that. So that's kind of where we are now.
So you probably get asked this, what does ES stand for?
Yeah, yeah, it's actually Easy Simple Fundraising. So it's kind of a funny thing. The name... we've thought about a million times, hey, we need a catchier name or something. It was just a name that was actually given to us. We actually broke off from another company, and I was able to, my brother and I were able to purchase the company, and, we had some good momentum going, so we just were like, why change it now? But it's funny you ask that, because sometimes we're always, should we come up with a different name? Or right now it really isn't about if you have a catchy name or what you do. It's your service, it's the product, it's the value. It's we like that. I mean, we compete with a lot of people that do what we call a brochure that has a lot of stuff in it, right? They just different different price levels, different stuff, and what we found is it becomes a headache. We kind of took the three most profitable things and tried to simplify it, make it easy, simple, but profitable for people. So that's kind of our angle with it and what we're trying to do.
Guys, I'm looking across the aisle here because these guys are right across the aisle here at the PTA show, and those bags of popcorn are massive, and the popcorn is looking really, really good right around dinner time right now. So
we'll bring some over to you.
You guys need to definitely check these guys out. I love the fact that essentially what you guys have done is you've built a better mousetrap, right?
Yeah.
Following the same proven models and products that have worked in schools around the country for years and years and years. And I love the marrying of that. And for schools to know that it's no small feat to put those discount cards together.
Sure.
Especially when you're taking it to the local level like you guys are. So just the work that I know is going in behind the scenes to make that happen is amazing. I spent a decade before starting in the school fundraising world with my company School Spirit Vending, working in the advertising world. And so for you guys to have that piece and the other piece, man, that provides huge value, like you said earlier, for everybody. The school, the customer of the school, and then, of course, the fundraising value, et cetera, as well. So that is really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Anything else, Randy, that you want to share with folks? Any other parting thoughts or information? Well, actually, before we do that, so let's talk a little bit of timetable. School's about over.
Mm-hmm.
So PTAs are changing their leadership and all that stuff now, or just have or will soon. So when should folks start thinking about reaching out to you guys so that you got the ability to help them out with this next semester or this next school year in the fall?
Yeah, well, this is the time, obviously, this time of year through the middle of June or whatever, while schools are still in. So we spend the next month and a half, or, it's been since January. We kind of turn the table in January, and that's when we really start meeting schools. We still run a lot of spring fundraisers, of course, but the bulk of what we do, a lot of people want to run that fall fundraiser. So we spend January running spring fundraisers and setting up fall, and so we're available. We don't shut down any time of year. All our reps are full-time, all the time. So we're always looking to meet with people. You always in this industry, people, when I got in, they said, the nice thing is you get summers off. You get Christmas off. You go with the schools, That's great. But if you're building something and you're trying to improve, we don't take any time off. It's a year-round thing. Of course, it's very seasonal. So it's very heavy in the fall, and spring's good, and you have your slower seasons. But right now, April, May through June is when we're really setting those meetings up. We come to the school, we'll sit down with administration, PTA meetings, bring samples, show them what we've done, references and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a great thing. We're loving it. The biggest thing for us is just getting it out there. We feel like we have one of the best fundraisers out there that has the value, the profit. It's just like a smaller company going, how do we grow this thing? How do we get it out to people? So that's kind of where we're at.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any other parting thoughts?
No, I mean, I guess to anyone that's listening, we're really excited to be a part of adding them to our family. I mean, we really are a smaller company at this point, right? Our goal is to be nationwide, but I think the benefits that we have over some of the big companies is that we are more of a tight-knit group. People are our family. We take care of them. Good communicators. It's a people business. So we try to only put people in the business that are great communicators and that care about their customers. It's not just making a living, getting a paycheck. It's really trying to help these schools out. Which it's an easy thing to do because obviously you're dealing with young kids, and we come and do big assemblies and see all their faces, and it's really a connection type business. So
awesome.
we're trying to kind of bridge that gap from the big company to more of an intimate, service type of company.
Is there an ideal aside from just elementary and middle school, is there kind of an ideal fit for you guys at all?
Well, I guess if it's kind of funny. We always talk about, because we came from the sports world. I mean, we still have a lot of customers that are volleyball teams, soccer teams, football teams, whatever. But we really do focus on, we try to do an all-school fundraiser. That's kind of our first, is go to the elementaries, the middle schools, and try and do an all-school fundraiser. The next step is, music programs. We help a lot of music programs get on down to Disneyland, go, or trips. And this is a powerful fundraiser. We give 50% profits, like I said. With this card and our cookie dough, a lot of our schools will sell it at $20. So they're getting $10 on every purchase that is made. And the power behind that is, a lot of other fundraisers, they'll sell cheaper items for $9. They might get 35% or 40%. So a school's making $6, $5 on every purchase, where in our fundraiser they're making $10. And honestly, every kid has a window of people, or a network of people that they can sell. Aunts and uncles, the neighbor, some got the big ones, could sell 30, 40, 50, 100 units of this stuff. But most kids, will have that small window of 5 to 10 people that they can hit up, and talk to. So we've kind of looked at that and said, hey, let's make sure we maximize that. Let's give them great product. Let's give them great value, and then let's let the schools benefit from that, and making $10 a sale, or whatever, a bag of popcorn or box of cookie dough has really panned out. We've taken schools that we come in and they say, hey, we raised 15, 20,000, and we're hitting 30s and 40s and 50,000, for some of these schools. So it's been pretty exciting. So we're hoping that it just keeps, down here in California. We hope that we have the great success that we've had up north. But yeah, we're just kind of spreading our wings now.
Very, very cool. So what's the best way people can get in touch with you guys, as far as website, email, phone number, that kind of thing?
Yeah. esfundraising.com is our website. If you get on there, there's you see a school bus on the front there. My name's Randy Lee. I'm the owner. My number is 971-404-6018. That's my personal number. People can call me. I can set a meeting with a local rep there, if not myself. But yeah, get right online and get to us. We're appreciate the time, though. This has been great. We're down here learning new avenues to reach schools too. So
awesome. Well, Randy, thank you for your time. The School Zone listeners, thank you as well. Mr. Randy Lee of ES Fundraising. Have an awesome next couple of days here at California PTA, and take care, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the School Zone's School Fundraising Ideas Podcast, and for simplifying the search. Be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss an episode. When you do, please leave us a 5-star review in iTunes or your podcast player of choice. Have a company you'd like Matt to feature on the School Zone podcast? Have a fundraising question you'd love to get answered? Send a voice message to Matt. We would love to hear from you. Visit schoolzonepodcast.com and click on the Ask Matt a Question button on the bottom right of the page. Simply record, listen, and send. It's that easy. Ask Matt a Question on schoolzonepodcast.com.